All right, Kenny C is here. Getting ready to start the show. Let's go ahead and bring in our first guest at this time. Goes by the name of Grimm Gray, repping that G music. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Doing real good. Thank you so much for your time. Truly appreciate it, man.
Not a problem.
I just finished playing one of your songs off the SoundCloud page. Rewise is the name of the song that I just finished playing. It's pretty dope, man.
I appreciate that, man.
So, you representing G Music. Shout out to Jameson, who I interviewed a few weeks ago. She's very talented herself. We're gonna get to y'all two musically in a moment, but gonna focus on you first. What got you started into being a hip hop artist?
When I guess I just wasn't like other kids when I was growing up. Um, I was very like rebellious, outgoing. So like most of my friends, like where I'm from, which is South Carolina, they listen basically to a lot of country around here and a lot of rock and roll. Well, I got started. I think I was in nursery school and I heard what was it, California Love, and with Dr. Dre and Tupac and all them in it. And after that, basically everything kind of took off for me. I started listening to it, and then when I was in basically, I think I was 11 years old, whatever grade I was in. I decided to start writing, and I just wrote them, and they were corny, kind of sucked. And then I just got better, and I just started like looking up the different artists and going through them and analyzing how they did it, and took how they did it and basically mixed it down into the way I do it. I just took a little bit of the best of all there is out there and kind of mixed it together and kind of created my own style. So, yeah.
That's pretty dope, man, and it's good to see artists like you doing what y'all doing down there. I don't know how much local artists are out there in your area other than you and Jameson, but I do know that y'all two are making a buzz. Y'all making a name for yourselves in that area. Y'all, from what I've heard, y'all much loved out there. So clearly y'all doing something right, musically and lyrically. And I've got a chance to hear more of your songs on the SoundCloud page. You definitely got a variety of flows. You got a variety of type of songs that you like to get into. Um, like, what is your mindset when you in the studio writing songs? Is it based on something like what you go through in a daily life or anything particular?
My mindset basically when I'm in the studio writing songs, I always have to have a topic, and mostly to have a topic, you have to have a dope beat that brings inspiration to you, and you get feeling out of it, and then you kind of build off of it. But most of the time, like when I'm writing a song, I don't have any particular plans. I just kind of listen to what I'm writing about to start with, or whatever's on my mind that day. And then basically by the time I get done writing, I would have started a line with, normally I pick apart basically how I feel right at the moment. So if I'm like tired, you know what I mean, or if I'm chilling on the front porch, I'll start out a song, starting out by saying, sitting on the porch, or something like that. You know what I mean? So, basically I go off of things and kind of go from there. But most of the time when I write a serious song, I have to kind of dumb myself down. And Jameson has to remind me all the time, dumb your lyrics down a little bit for serious songs because, I'm a close rhymer. I pick up a lot off of like influences like Eminem and stuff like that. So sometimes I'll use huge words. I think one song I rhymed, what was it? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious with stupid tinted swaggerifico and gripping roach clips. Like, and a lot of people hear it, but at the same time, when I base most of my songs, I try my best to stay on topic. But that was kind of just a kill 'em song, show off a little bit of talent. But serious songs, I'm still not the greatest at it. Like I still have to really push myself because I started out really doing like Lil Wayne style songs, like fun songs, you know,
Hmm.
and kind of went off of that and went from there to basically, try to doing a little bit more serious style now. Like I said, I even have to get Jameson to tell me all the time to, dumb it down a little bit, you know, don't rap as fast. Let people feel what you're saying. But that's about it.
Well, I definitely have become a fan of yours, and it's good to see you doing your thing. And I like the music that you're putting out, and just happy to hear that you're doing your thing. And I feel like you definitely have a lot of potential, and you're going to be going places in 2016, moving forward. And sky's the limit, man. You definitely on the grind, and I completely understand that it's not easy being a local artist. Not trying to get yourself noticed out there, and some people will listen, some people won't listen. What do you think is the biggest struggle being a local artist? You think it's just getting noticed?
Well, I mean, it's not really just getting noticed. I mean, people notice you. It's more along the lines of more of appreciation and respect. Because, I mean, think about it. It's like Drake said, if you wasn't you, you would be dissing you too. You know what I mean? And it's like if you make noise, a lot of people, they want to make noise. So if you are, it's not that they meaning to. They just kind of, they envy you, or either they want to be you to an extent. So sometimes you get a lot of hate from your own state instead of like every other state that I really mess with. They don't really hate on me much. They support it. They grind with me. They want collabs. They want them to, pay for features and stuff like that. But in my state, it's really hard because I guess it's like that in every state for every rapper. You know what I mean? Um, I mean, rap's a whole different playing field, especially, you know, I don't know, say like if I go to a club, man, you can literally, it just depends on the person. Because I can walk in a club and rip it and have like 14 people pull me to the side and rap to me and try to get my opinion. They love me. And then I can go in a club sometime and, you know, they won't want to talk to me. They'll be mad that I'm doing something they're not. So it just depends on really who they are. But in the long run, it's really about appreciation and respect.
Definitely understand that for sure. As a host myself, I mean, as a guy that does internet radio, you know, some people like it, some people may not understand it fully, but I guess in this crazy world that we live in, you can't please everybody.
Nah, you can't.
Now, if you try, you're gonna fail, and you in for a long struggle if you think you can please everybody whatsoever, no matter what it is that you try to do. Um,
You just got to please who's in the mirror. That's it.
yeah, I mean, as long as you got some supporters, then you're going somewhere. You at least you got people's attention, and
I love my supporters, man. I love every one of them. Like every single person that shares my stuff, every single person that gets behind me on something. There's not one person. I don't care what color, nationality, if they small, big, tall, what sex, race, religion. I don't care. If you rock with my music and you follow my movement, I'm gonna rock with you. I don't believe in this whole hype about you don't have to respond once you get so big, or you have to stop saying thank you. Man, I ain't gonna stop. You know what I mean?
that's definitely a great point. Never forget those who's been with you since the beginning, because there's a lot of artists out there, whether it's locally or mainstream. They get a hit song here and there, and then next thing you know, it's like you try to reach out to them. It's like, "Well, who? I don't know you," because I guess it happens, man. It definitely happens. So good to see that that you're doing your thing for sure. So as far as music is concerned, I know you got some songs off the SoundCloud page. Now, I know Jameson, she's got an album on the way called Allow Me to Introduce Myself. Now, as far as you is concerned, Graham, do you have any, like a new album in the works?
Actually, right now, I'm producing her album. I'm doing everything down to beats, to mixing, mastering the audio, and getting everything set up in a line chain and making everything digital quality. So right now, I'm actually open for features, and that's what I'm doing for myself at the moment. But right now, you know, as far as the mixing and stuff like that, I run G Music on the technical side. Jamie runs G Music on all the marketing, all the distribution side, the networking side. She takes care of the really sticky situation type stuff. I do all the technical stuff. I make all the beats, basically, and also too, right now with my features, the only reason I'm doing them even right now is just, to have something to do to keep my mind sharp and keep promo, you know what I mean? And but other than that, that's the main reason I'm just doing features right now, because we're gonna get hers on and popping, and then I'm gonna fall in line right behind her and get started on mine, and then she'll be open for features too.
That's awesome, man. And I know Jameson and I talked about this album, and she's very thrilled. She's very excited to put this album out to show people, what she's made of. And I, for one, am looking forward to hearing it. I'm definitely looking forward to buying it as well. Um, so seeing that your main focus is working on her album and all, what's it been like being in the studio, working with Jameson? How you feel about the music that she's getting ready to put out for this album?
To be honest, man, I couldn't be more proud of her. I met her in a studio. The first time I ever met her, I met her in the studio, and she was in there doing, a few like hooks and stuff like that for other people's features. You know what I mean? And basically, she was singing. That's all she started doing. She started out singing, and she wanted to tell more stories about her life. So I introduced her to basically saying, "Well, open up and try to rap," And she did. And the trippy thing about her, man, that really blew my mind, she wasn't like, "No, I can't do that." She's like, "Okay," and she tried it. You know what I mean? And the more and more she learns, man, like she learns off of influences. She learned. I mean, if she ever like really needed to know how to do something, she figures it out. Like she will sit here and listen to a lyric that somebody spit that she was like, "Whoa, that's dope," and she'll figure out how to find that flow too. So she's analyzing, learning, building, growing, and her album, man, it's gonna be put together really tight. So it's definitely I can't be more proud of her for doing what she's doing. And in the studio, man, it's a blast. You don't never know, what's gonna happen. You could start mixing or start recording, and y'all end up laughing about something, and then before y'all know it, it's just you end up stopping and starting a whole new song, and then coming back to that one or something. You know what I mean? So it's no telling. A lot of times we just wing it, and it ends up with a good end result. A lot of times we'll hear something like now it's Christmas time. You never know. We might just drop a Christmas feature. You know what I mean? Throw something together and, remix old Christmas song and make it dope, or something like that. So, I mean, it's a good time. It's fun, and I don't even consider it a job, man. It's definitely fun.
Man, I'm so excited about this album for sure. I've heard some Jameson songs herself. I played one of her songs called Spoil Ya. I definitely like that record. So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more for sure. So let me ask you this. As far as from a fan standpoint, it's been a busy year for hip hop, both good and bad for obvious reasons. But as far as 2016 is concerned, I want to ask you as a fan, what do you want to see more of in 2016? You want to see more new talent, some more substance, less of certain people? Like, what do you want to see more of in 2016 as a hip hop
I
fan?
want I want to see people that I've met and I've seen that have talent use it. Um, there's so many rappers out here now, man, that I'll hear. I mean, I'm friends with some of them on Facebook. You know, I ain't gonna like point the elbows at nobody or nothing like that. But I mean, I've seen people on even on my Facebook that have like super talent. Like they're good at writing. They're good at where they drop their lyrics. They're good at flowing. They're good at everything. But either they'll have great quality and horrible beats, or great beats, terrible quality, or great quality and beats and horrible flow or delivery. You know what I mean? And it literally takes all of those aspects lining up to create a hit. And then you have some, this is what drives me nuts, man. This is what I really want to see if it had to break down to the point and boil down to anything, is I want to see the artists that are actually doing it and doing great at what they do actually push, because they have dope art, they have dope songs, they have every aspect it takes, and they only got 100 views on something that they've had up for a year. And the only reason why is because they don't push it. They don't push themselves. They just think, oh, I did a song, I'm going to drop it, and I'm going to leave it alone. I ain't going to tag nobody in it. I ain't going to promote it. You know what I mean? And they never go nowhere like that. You got to be in your face, and I had to learn that, you know, and you got to be more in people's faces. And I want to see artists that take their craft seriously. The main thing I want to see them do is start actually pushing hard and stay grinding on a song. Don't just make the song, drop it, and disappear into your next one.
That's some great insight, man. Definitely very important. Nobody can hear your music unless you spread the word. And some people do it, and some people don't. And people wonder why people ain't getting the attention, whatever. It's because you're not putting yourself out there to the forefront.
Right.
So definitely a key, whether you're a local artist or mainstream artist. You want to get heard? Let people know. Spread, you have the platform, whether it's radio, whether it's music videos or songs or whatever the case may be. You want to get heard? Do something about it. Get yourself heard. Um, so before I let you go, Graham, why don't you go ahead and promote your social media links and music links where people can hear your songs? Go ahead and promote your links, man.
Yeah, you can check me out at soundcloud.com/GrimmGray. You can follow me on IG at Grimm_Gray. And you can follow me on Twitter at Grimm Gray, all one word, I'm pretty sure. And Facebook, you can type in Grimm Gray, and that'll bring you to my like page. And other than that, that's about it. I got a Reverb Nation y'all can check out. I don't promote it as much, but it's there. It needs some updating. But as far as that, that's about it, man.
Well, Gwen, it was great chatting with you. Thank you so much for being on the show this evening. Shout out to Jameson. Be on the lookout for the album. Allow me to introduce myself. Graham's gonna be on there with the beats. He also gonna be rapping as well. So be on the lookout for it for sure. Graham, continued success, and thank you for your time, man.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You have a good night and happy holidays to you as well.
You too, man.
All right, bye bye.
Later.
That was Grimm Gray representing G Music right here on Channel with Jeff Kenny C. Now I told Jeff I'm going to call him.